Right. So this is the data. Now, could you tell me the question once again?
The question is ki if you're using the pivot somewhere, so when the duplicate name, the same name are there, the lower one we are not getting the name, and the same thing will be there on the specialty also. And you told us that if you are going in the old classic version and we want to shift it from the old classic version to the new one, so that is the yes.
So I hope I have understood the question correctly. I'll just show it to you once. So when I make a pivot table, normally, right, nothing special. When I make a normal pivot and I keep two things in the rows, for example, we are keeping the category and the segment both in the rows, right? What will happen is that you notice that they are coming in one column, correct?
Yes.
But we don't want it to come in one column. So there are two ways of doing this. If you don't want them to come in one column, first option is right click anywhere on the pivot table and go to pivot table options. And then you just have to go to display and select the classic pivot table layout. That's all, nothing else. The moment you enable the classic pivot table layout, you will notice that it will come in two different columns.
True, Havish. In this case, when you're doing it in the classic, I am doing it in this way only. And if the same name is there, I'm talking about if the office supplies in the same name, so it will not come in the office supplies in the lower level, lower row. It will be blank only.
I don't understand. For example, if you see the data now, is there some problem with this data?
No, there is not any problem in this data. I am talking about if in this subtitle or in this, suppose we people have a consumer plus consumer. Consumer twice a consumer name or twice a office supply name. When you will make a pivot, you will understand it. You will make consumer plus consumer in a raw data.
How can it be consumer plus consumer? I don't understand.
Sir, मैंने consumer के नीचे एक और consumer ले लिया सर हमने. मैंने consumer one, not with the same, we will taking the same name. Sometimes the doctor names are same. Like doctor name is RS Rastogi, and the second doctor name is also RS Rastogi. One is ENT and one is PDR. So we come to know about the specialty that there is a different on that. We come to know about the P code, but we are not getting the right name behind the pivot.
You will have to show your data. It will be very hard for me to explain. If you show your data, I'll tell you what is the solution.
Can you show us the second version? This is the one version right now.
The second will give you the same result. We go to design.
Design, okay.
Report layout and tabular form.
Report layout.
Right, this one, and tabular form. Basically, we want to make a table. Same thing will
happen. Showing the tabular form. Okay.
This is the tabular form.
Okay.
That's it.
Fine.
Notice that it has become a table now. So I can see the segment in column A and the category in column B.
Yes.
I would suggest that if you can show me the data, I'm confident I'll be able to give you the correct answer. Because I think I know what you mean, but you will have to share your data, so that I can give you the correct solution.
I just to understand on it, I will try my best for you to get it.
Okay, doesn't matter. Even if you're not able to find the data today, afterwards, maybe next week, if you find the data, just send me an email. I will reply back to you.
Sure, I will do it. मतलब इस समय मेरे को data ढूंढना पड़ेगा कहीं ना कहीं.
That's what I said. Don't be in a hurry. You take your time. Next week you can email me any day. Within the same day, I will reply back to you. Okay. So good morning, everyone. What I want to do with you today is that small topics, right? I think the main topics we have covered. Pivot table, calculations like SUMIF, COUNTIF, aggregate, subroutine we have done, and VLOOKUP also we have done. And I think we have done quite a few examples. This is never ending. I can keep on doing 20 hours of training also. But the idea was to cover the more important topics. Can you open 06, please? 006. It's a very short topic. Let's quickly cover that. 006. And as you can see, it's a very small file. The question that we have is, if you come to the first sheet, I have some transactions with me. I would like to know what is the date and what is the day and what is the weekend or the weekday. So basically, I want to understand if customers are purchasing more on a weekday or on a weekend. I'm not sure if you do this analysis, but a lot of my clients want to do this analysis where they want to know when is the sales higher. That's the first question. The second question is that I want to know how many days are left in the month. Let's say you have a target of 15 lakhs and you have to complete it in July. Now, if I ask you how many working days are in July, how will you know that? Because July will have Saturdays and Sundays. There might also be some holidays in the month. That is what I'll be telling you. Then the next question is that you have a product and it is going to expire in 12 months. So you would like to know the expiry date. This is a product expiry, service level agreement, a contract that is expiring, right? And finally, here also we want to see the project starting, the time given, and the deadline, right? So I'll say calculate here. We'll do it one by one. Let's start with the first one. Can somebody tell me how do I get the date here? Like 11, 5, 17, 28, 5.
If you can put is equal to and get the date is equal to the same column, you can copy it.
Equal to what?
The same row B5.
No, but I have to write something, no? I have to write some function. What will be the function if I want to get the date? I will write equal to date. Now I know what you're thinking. You must be thinking, Havish, if you write the date, why will you get the date? But that is how Excel works. When you write the date, it will actually give you the date. Like this, 11. So you notice that I can see how many transactions have happened on each date, right? So 11, 5, 17, 28, like this. I'll also write the formula at the top. This is very simple. I don't think there'll be any confusion here, but still. Yeah.
What is this formula telling us? That how many days are left?
No. Just the date, nothing else. It's just taking out the date. It is not telling us any calculation, how many days are left. For example, today is the 1st, tomorrow is the 2nd. It's just telling me 1st or 2nd. That's it. The actual date. Right? If you can see this red portion, this is what is being extracted right now. Okay. But how do you know the date? See, this is the date. So we know that 11th of November 2014 is the 11th, obviously. But what day is it? How do you know that? The function is equal to text, okay? And then you will write dd. Like it will tell you what day it is. For example, if I write today, 1st of July, it will tell me it is Thursday. Like this. Try this out, everyone. Equal to text b5, comma, double d.
Similarly, if you put YY, then it will become year.
Absolutely. If you put, for example, tell me something. If I only put D, what will be the result? Just guess. If I only put D.
Day.
No, it will tell me the date.
Date.
DD, also it will be 11. If I put DDD, what will be the result? Only 3 letters. TUE, right? And if I put DDDD, it will show me user. Same thing. If I put MM, what will happen? 11. MMM will show me NOV and MMM will show me November. So you can customize it. And like you said, if you put, let's say, MMM and YYYY, it will show you November 20, like this. Right, please try this out, everyone. Manoj, these files have already been shared with you. It is in the same folder which was shared with you earlier, which has 8 folders in it, remember, 1 to 8. And we are working on the 6th one. It is not a new file. If you want it, I can send it to you once again, but it is the same folder which I sent earlier.
It is by the name of file batch 1 or batch 2.
No. Those are the solutions. Yeah, when the training started, I must have shared a folder with you, which had all the files in it.
That is what I'm telling Havish. It has been sent by the name of batch 1. We have got it by the name of batch 2, and it must be gone by the name of batch 1 for this group.
Anyway, I'll send it once again. I'm not.
This is in batch 1 only. Batch 1 folder 6.
Just double check once. If not, I'll send it again. Batch 1 folder 6. Right? Just
No,
confirm
there,
if you're able to
For
find.
batch 1 it's there, no problem.
Same thing. There's no difference between batch 1 and batch 2.
So Habis, can you please repeat for month and month
I
and
will absolutely. I'll just do that. Let me just confirm if everyone has something. Okay, I don't know what is day 1, day 2. Anyway, I'll send it once again. Everybody else has the files now, so I'll not send it to everybody else. It will be confusing. No problem, no problem. Before we start, it's important to have all the files now. Otherwise, there is no point of doing the training. We don't have the files with us. I have to close this file. I'm sorry, just I'll take one more second. I can't zip it when the files are open. And let me open the file again. Yes, please tell me. Somebody was asking a question.
yes, I was asking about the month and year.
Okay. So what is the exact question?
So I'm asking equal to text, then D5, then comma.
Right. And then MMMM in double quote.
MMMM.
Right. Like this. MMMM. If you write MMM, it will only give you NOV. Right. If you write
So if I
MMMM,
write MMYY,
if you write MMYY, it will give you
MMYY.
11, 14. Basically, 11 is November, 14 is the year. So you can write it like, sorry, you can write it like this. MM-YY. Or you can write MMMYY. You get the idea, no? Basically, there are only three things. We have DMY. You can choose the order and the combination of the three letters that you're typing. DMY. Right? Okay, let me give you one more example. If I write DD, comma, DD, MMM, and YYYY, what will be the result? Tuesday, 11th November 2014. Just look at it, tell me if it makes sense. We are writing DD, which will give me Tuesday. DD will give me 11. MMM will give me NOV. And 2014 is YYY. If you don't want 2014, you just want 14, you can remove two Ys. It will give you 11 MMM. Right? It's very easy. There are only three letters, D, M, and Y. Right? Any questions, anyone? Just practice this a little bit. Okay, now can somebody tell me, how do I know whether it's a weekend or a weekday? What formula will I write? Anyone? How do I know if it's a weekday or a weekend? We will say if, okay, or my answer is equal to Saturday, or my answer is equal to Sunday. If any of these are met, then the answer will be weekend. Otherwise, it will be weekday. That's it. Simple. Let me show you the formula also. So you notice we have a few weekdays, then we have one weekend also. Like this.
Can you come again?
So I'm saying that if the day in D5 is either Saturday or Sunday, so there is a choice. That's why I'm writing an or. Right? So if D5 is Saturday or D5 is Sunday, it can't be both. No, it has to be one. If D5 is Saturday or D5 is Sunday, the answer will be weekend. Otherwise, the answer will be weekday, like this. Because many times you want to find out if the date is a weekend or a weekday, because let's say some action has to be taken on a date, but it can't happen because it is a weekend, right? So you want to make sure to know whether it's a weekday or a weekend. This is how you can do it.
Suppose if you don't write weekend and weekday, what will be the result?
True and false. If you don't write any results, if you just leave it like this, actually you have to give some results. Something you have to write. Like you can also see yes or no. Results is in your control. You can write any result that you want. So no is weekday and yes is weekend. But some result will have to be given.
Yeah.
Right, everyone? Just let me know if you have any question. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next example.
Yeah, no questions.
Okay, all right. Let's do the next one. Now, this is very interesting. And I want you to think before you answer, okay? 11th November.
Let me finish the. Sorry, Avish. Let me finish the formula first. Just a second, huh?
Sure.
So this formula is counting Saturday, Sunday as weekend and other days as weekday, right?
Exactly. So either Saturday or Sunday is weekend. Otherwise, it is weekday.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Let's come to the next one. So tell me, 11th November, how many days are left in the month? Let's say there is a target of 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, which you have to complete in the month. And you have done 3 lakhs by the 11th of November. So you want to know how many days are left in the month, correct? How will you find that? It's such a simple question, no, but it's not that easy. Like if it is 11, then we know that there are, if I'm counting all the days, including weekday and weekend, I know that let's say there are 19 days left in the month. But how will you get that result? Okay, first thing, equal to end of month. That means I want to find the last date in the month of November. So when I say EO month and I say comma 0, what will be the answer? If I say end of month, what will be the answer?
30th.
30th. Now, this is actually 30th. No? If I change it to a date, if I may show you, as you can see, this is 30th, correct?
30th.
Now, how do I find the difference? Simple. I will say minus 11. So it will give me, if I change it to a number, it will give me 19. So it means there are 19 days left in the month.
So every time we have to change to the number.
No,
The automatically
no, that's only you have to do one time in the first formula. That's it. You don't have to do it every time like this. Okay, tell me, when I find the difference, does it include the 11th or does it not include the 11th? What do you think?
It doesn't include.
Doesn't include. If you want 11th to be included, what should you do?
Plus
one.
one. Yes. Yes.
That's all of us would know, no? Because see, if I'm starting on the 11th, then I don't have 19 days left. I have 20 days left in the month, right? So it depends on what you want, whether you want to include it or do not want to include it. So the formula will be Most likely, I think we'll want to include, right? So this is the answer. End of month, B5, 0 will give me the 30th of November. Then I do 30th November minus 11th November plus 1. So it tells me how many days are left in the month.
Which can you come back on the same formula once again, please?
This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me which part do you have confusion
Yeah, from
with?
starting.
See, the first thing we have done is end of month, right? So if I say end of month, comma minus 1, somebody tell me what will be the result?
Yeah, one day less.
No.
18.
If I say end of month of the previous month, what is the last date of the previous month?
31st.
Exactly. It will give me, if you convert it to a date, you will notice I will get 31st of October. Same logic. If I say plus 1, what will be the answer? 31st of December. Make sense? So minus 1 will take me to the previous month. Plus 1 will take me to the next month. But I want 0, which means the current month. I want to go to the last date of the current month. So from 11th, I want to go to the 13th, right? The rest is simple. Then I will say minus 11th because 30th November minus 11th November will be 19 days. Plus 1 will give me 20 days, like this. That is the logic. So EO month, 0 will give me 30th. Then I do minus 11th November plus 1.
Havish, I have put on the same formula, but something else is coming out. I want to share my screen.
Sure.
Havish, you have to, enable it. You have disabled it.
I'll do it. Try again.
Yeah, now it's working. So can you see the formula?
You have to convert this into a number.
Okay.
Second one.
Okay.
So the answer was correct, but the format was incorrect.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Let's come back. Now this next question is a little difficult, but it's a very good problem. I do this with a lot of companies. Let's see if we're able to do it or not. One second, my screen is flickering. Tell me, when does GST submission happen?
End of the month.
No, not the end of the month. What is the last date for GST submission? 20th of the next month. Right? So if it is 11th, if an invoice came on the 11th of November, when will the GST submission happen? When is the last due date? Guys, when is the last due date?
20th
20th of December, right? 20th of December.
20th December.
Now, how do I find it? Very simply, I'll say EO month, 0, which will take me to the 30th of November. From the 30th of November, what do I write? That's 20. Simple. So notice, if I want to go to the next month, the 20th, I will say EO month, B5, 0 plus 20. This seems like such a simple thing, but if you did not know this formula, it would have been very difficult for you to do this. Any questions, anyone?
So can you please repeat once again that?
So if I want to go to the 20th of the next month, which is the last date of GST submission, I will first go
Hello.
to the last date of the month.
Morning,
Last-
Ankit. Kya haal?
Let me just mute everyone first. So the last date of the month would be EO month, comma 0. That will take me to the 30th of November. In the next one, it will take me to the 28th of February, the 31st of October, like this. And then I'm doing plus 20 because I want to go to the 20th of the next month. So if I remove the 20, what do I get? I get the last date of every month, 30th, 28th, 31, 31, 30, 30, like this.
Hello, Avish.
Yep.
So I am asking the same formula that equal to EO month, then B0 plus 20, right?
Yep. So what is the question? Everyone, it's very simple. EO month takes you to the last date of the month. After you go to the last date of the month, what do you want to do? Either you want to find the difference with the starting date, or you want to go to the 20th of the next month. Simple. Yes, Manuji, please tell me what is the question.
Yeah. So Havish got it. This I'm having query on that day and month. My formula is correct, but how to convert into days, that I would like to see. Can I share my screen?
From here, just make it a number.
Yeah, I'll make it, but again, still the number is same. So I try couple of times. Still the number is same only. So can I share my screen?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it is visible.
Right.
Yeah. So see here change into numbers.
No. You
Then
haven't
also it
written the
comes.
complete formula. First, write the complete formula. EO month, B5, comma 0 minus B5. This will only give you the last date of the month. After the formula, you have to write minus after the formula.
-1.
After the formula.
Right.
The minus 1 will not come inside. It will come outside the formula. Minus B5. No. Minus B5. Because you want to find the
-1
difference, right? Minus B5.
minus B5.
No.
Okay.
No minus 1. Just say minus B5 plus 1. Minus B5.
Yeah.
Remove the minus 1. Right. Now press enter. So it is telling you that there are 19 days, but 19 days does not include the 11th. If you want the 11th to be included, it will be +1. So you have to do +1 after this.
Okay.
+1.
So,
okay. So what is
+1.
happening? EO month is giving you 30th of November minus 11th of November +1. So it will give you 20 days left in the month, like this.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Amish.
Avish, then if you want to find out how many working days,
we'll do that. That is the next example that we're doing in the next sheet, which would be a different function called Net Workdays International. But I have one more example before we do that. So let's quickly look at that. 1 second. What have I opened? One second. Let's close this.
So my question here is,
Yeah.
So I'm asking about the middle one, the second tab. So my question is EO month B50. Again, we are subtracting from the B5. So any logic for to subtract?
See, EO month B5, 0 is the 30th of November. If you do 30th November minus 11th November, you will get to know the number of days, the difference.
Understood.
Like that. So basically what I'm saying is that I have the 30th of November 2014. And then I also have the 11th of November 2014. And if I say equal to this minus this, I get 19 days. And then I do plus 1.
Understood.
That's the logic. And same formula for GST also. I wanted to, in the column D, we don't want to find the difference, right? We just want to know the 20th of the next month. And a lot of you must be thinking, Havish, this is so simple. I can also go to the 20th. How will you do it? The only correct way of doing this is to write year month, comma 0, which will take you to the last day of each order date. And then plus 20 will take you to the 20th of the next month. So any date that you write. So if I write 1, right? So if I can show, if I write 1, what will happen? It will take me to the 1st of the next month. 1st of December, 1st of March, 1st of November, like this.
Suppose if I want to take current month 20th means what we have to add there?
It is showing us calendar month 20th. Calendar,
No,
calendar
order date
date.
November. No, order date is 11th November. And I want to submit on 20th of November. So,
Like, oh, in the same month, you want to go to the 20th.
yes.
So let me add that. So I will just say 20th of same month, correct? This would be equal to end of month. Now this time I will go to -1. So what will be the result?
10th November.
No. End of month.
29.
29.
What is the end of, which is the last month before
It's
November?
the last month. It will be 30th.
October. And which is the last day of
30th.
October? 31st October. Now how do I go to the 20th of November from this?
By adding
Plus,
By adding
plus
20.
20.
Makes sense, no?
Plus 20. Yeah.
This will always take you to the 20th of the same month. This will take you to 20th of next month. This is 20th of the same month. Right? I hope this makes sense. Good. Any other question? Anyone?
End of month means last month end date, right?
End of month means end of the month which you specified. So when I say end of month 0, it will take me to end of current month. End of month -1 will take me to end of last month. End of month +1 will take me to end of next month.
Next month, okay.
Can we do a weekly calculation on it?
What does that mean, weekly calculation?
It means every weekend we need to go for any payment.
What is the exact question? Tell me.
So there is a payment due on every Saturday, right?
Okay.
Avish, if you convert this date of 20th same month into number, what is the number is coming?
It doesn't make any sense, no? It's just that is just for Excel's calculation. I mean, you don't need to know that.
No, suppose someone has need to find out how many days are remaining in that. I think that was the question which I
But
asked.
we've already done that, no? How many days are left in the month? We've already done that.
Yeah. No, for 20th. For 20th of the month, suppose someone has to
Then
do the
you do
permission.
minus. Then after you've written the entire thing, you can simply do minus original date. So it will tell you how many days are left in the 20th. If I convert it into a number now, it will tell me 9 days, 15 days, 3 days, like this. Right? Or I have crossed 20th in this case. That's all. Just to minus B5. Correct? Actually, for that, you don't even need to do this. If you just want to find how many days are left for 20th, I can say equal to 20 minus the day of 20 minus the day of this. It will tell me how many days are left. If I convert it to a number, it will tell me how many days are left to the 20th. This is much simpler. If you just want to find how many days are left for the 20th. 20 minus the current date. Like today is the 1st of July. So if I ask you how many days are left this month? What will you write? 20 minus day of today. Right? Let me add that also so that all of you can go and have a look at it later. So I want to find, let me apply a phrase pane as well. Okay. So I want to know days left till 20th of same month. So this will be nothing but equal to 20 minus the day of. I'll copy it down, convert everything into a number. Good. Any other question, anyone? So we've done 4 examples so far. Right? Okay. Let's do one more. This is also very simple. I have a product that was purchased on the 11th of November. The warranty is 12 months. Can you tell me when will it expire? Just give me the answer. Don't tell me the formula. What is the answer? When will it expire?
Yeah, 10th of November 2015.
10th of November 2015, correct? But how do you find the 10th of November? Like in this case, it will be the 4th of February 2016, right? Now the problem is
15.
I can't do plus 365 because there might be a leap year also. So the correct way of doing this is to write equal to E date. E date is the expiry date. That means very simple, just one formula. What is my starting date? I5, comma, what is the number of months? And then minus 1. Minus 1 because we want to finish on the 10th, not on the 11th. And it will tell me the expiry date. Right? So 5th of February, expiry will be 4th of February, 16. 17th October, 16th October, 28th January, 27th July. Because remember, in this case, 1.5 years is the expiry, right? 18 months. If 3 years, it will be the 4th of November 2007, like this. So it's a new function called expiry date, E-date.
Why you have taken -1?
Because if you don't do -1, then it will end on the 11th November 15, which is not correct because expiry will always happen one day before.
One day before. Okay.
That's fine. Like even if it is a contract or a product, always it will happen one day before, right? Right. Any other question? Anyone?
I think it's clear.
This is clear. This is very simple, right? Nothing difficult. And the final example we have, somebody was asking me, Abish, how do I find the time taken in working days? So let's do 2 examples.
I wish I'm getting the different date in last formula.
What are you
The
getting?
formula is E date in bracket J5.
No, just make sure it is selected properly because I've added a few columns now. So the cells might have changed.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
So first
okay, now got it.
First the date and then the number of months.
J5 comma J5 -1, it comes 11.
No, not J5, J5. I5. First the date, comma, the month.
Okay.
If warranty is in days, how will it change, Avish?
If you have dates, then there is nothing you have to do. Just say plus. If the warranty is in 100 for 100 days, you just say equal to this. That's 100.
Then also some other date is coming. Can I present?
What are you getting as the result?
I'm getting 1011900. And the formula is E date in bracket I5 comma J5 close the bracket and -1.
But is your date and warranty in I5 and J5?
I5.
Is your date in I5
No,
and your month in J5? Just double check that.
no, my warranty in I and date in H.
Yeah, so you have to select those two cells. So first select H5 comma I5.
So you go
Okay.
under search, you can go and.
Is it working now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so somebody was asking me, how do you find warranty in days? If it is warranty in days, for example, let's say 5 days. Just giving an example. So if it is purchased on the 11th, it will expire on the 16th, or let's say on the 15th. So let me do -1. If it is 100 days, you say 100 plus 100 minus 1. Simple. You don't need a formula. You don't need a function for this. You just need a simple formula. Okay. Before I move on to the last example, just let me know if you have any questions. Right? If it is in years, then you can convert it into month. If it is in days, then you don't have to do anything. Just do plus the number of days. Okay. Now this is the last example, and I have a project that started on the 11th of November, and I have been given 100 days to complete. Can you tell me what is the deadline? Anyone?
+6.
Can I do B5 plus 100?
Yes,
Will this be
yes.
correct? Anyone?
-1.
No. Even then, but this is not correct, no, because I want to say that this is time given in working days, right? I have been given 100 working days to complete. What is this doing? This is counting every day, Saturday, Sunday also. So how do I do this? I will say equal to work day, right? Equal to work day, starting date, comma, days, right? And this will tell me the 31st of March. So what does it mean? It means that if I include only the working days, not the Saturday and the Sunday, then the project that started on the 11th of November will end on the 31st of March.
Harish, workday will calculate Saturday also? Like if you're looking for that.
It will remove both Saturday and Sunday. If you want to include Saturday, then you can use Workday International. In Workday International, you can choose the type of weekend you want. So I can choose to remove both Saturday and Sunday, or I can choose to remove only Saturday. Or basically, I can choose to remove Saturday and Sunday, which is 1, or I can just remove only Sunday, which is 11. If it is a 6-day working week. Like this. So use 1 to remove Saturday and Sunday, right? And use 11 to remove only Sunday. Like
हमेशा आपने सैटरडे कहाँ से लिया था? सैटरडे रिमूव करने के लिए कहाँ से लिया था? इज इक्वल टू करके इक्वल टू वर्क डे
dot international.
You have to click in the inside of that B5 comma C5 और उसमें क्लिक किया अंदर.
ये बॉक्स अपने आप आएगा if you write Workday International.
Okay. Okay.
So this is it necessary to include Workday International? Yeah, Workday will be fine also.
देखो, if you use Workday, it will remove Saturday and Sunday. If you want to decide which weekend to remove, right, then you can use Workday International.
Understood.
So I'll also explain it like this. So I will say that Workday removes both Saturday and Sunday. Workday International lets you choose which weekend you want to remove. I hope it is clear now, right? So Workday will remove both Saturday, Sunday, but Workday International lets you decide which one you want to remove. Only Saturday and Sunday, or only Sunday?
Not coming actually. I'm trying. Workday dot international, no?
Dot international, INTL.
Then bracket B5, comma C5 minus
comma 1.
comma 1. Then bracket close, no?
Yep.
But Workday B5, comma C5 it's work fine. Then why do we need to add this?
Add what?
The previous formula works fine. Is equal to Workday into bracket B5, comma C5. Then why do we
Because
need to
Workday
add this?
International allows me to choose the weekend I want to remove. So I have to decide which weekend I want to remove.
Okay. Yeah, Saturday, Monday, or Wednesday, Tuesday. Okay.
So
Like
either
that,
you will
right?
select one, which is Saturday, Sunday, or you will choose 11, which is Sunday. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Avish, can you show once again this deadline 31/30?
What do you want?
Not
to show?
international. You can go for normal.
The previous sheet.
No, same only. Okay.
The formula like this. Right? So B5 is the starting date, C5 is the number of days, and 1 is the type of weekend I want to remove, which is Saturday and Sunday.
So this just for my clarity, if I don't want to include Saturday and Sunday, then no need to put Workday International, right?
Exactly. Then you can use just Workday. International is not required. That is why I've written. Workday removes both Saturday, Sunday. Workday International lets you choose. Good. Any questions, anyone? And this is telling me the deadline, but what if I want to find the time taken? For example, a project started on the 11th of November. It ended on the 19th of February. Now, I can't do equal to this minus this because this will include all the days, Saturday, Sunday also. I will say equal to net work days. Net work days. Net work days will tell me that the project has taken 73 working days. Very simple, equal to net work days, which is 73 working days were taken.
This is excluding Saturday and Sunday.
Excluding Saturday and Sunday. If you want to exclude only Sunday, then you can use network days international, like we did in the previous examples.
So if I want to add Saturday, Sunday, all together.
If you want to add everything, then you simply do it.
Simply
End minus start. Then you don't have to use any function. No?
So there is option of holidays also to come across.
Holiday is an optional argument if you have a holiday list as well. So if a holiday list has also been given, so let's say we have 25th December, which is a holiday, 1st January, which is a holiday. So I can write comma and select my holidays also. So now the result will change to 71. Like this. But holiday is actually not a very big problem because holidays will not be so many, gazetted holidays. So this is an optional argument, the holiday. It is not mandatory for you to fill. Right? Any questions? Anyone?
So can you please repeat once again the holidays? How do you calculate?
See, if you have in this period of 11th November to 19th February, if you have two holidays, let's say Christmas and New
Hello.
Year, then I can just write Christmas and New Year anywhere else, and I can select that G13, G14 also.
नहीं बघत है. Please
It will remove those two dates also. It's very simple. This part is optional. If you have a holiday list that has been given, you get a holiday list, don't you? Which is a column with different dates in it, gazetted, non-gazetted holidays. So you can just create a holiday list like this. Right? See, the functions are actually not that difficult, and there are not so many formulas. How many have we done? We have done, if I can just quickly show you in this example, we have done day, text. After that, we have done EO month. We have done ED, right? And then we have done workday and net workday. So 6 functions we have done. But if you mix and match all these functions, you can create some very advanced complex formulas, right? But the good part is that you don't have to learn 50 formulas. You just have to learn these 6 functions. That's it, right? So we've done day, text, edit, EO month, workday, and net workdays, like this. Just one last thing you have to keep in mind is that if something started on the 11th, let's say today, okay, 1st of July, and I say 2 days, it will give me 5th. Think about it. Today is, everyone, today is Thursday, right? So why is it giving me 5th? Can somebody tell me? If the project is starting on the 1st, which is today, 1st of July, and I've given 2
It is
days, why is
excluding
it?
Saturday,
Sunday because it is considering weekday.
But if today is Thursday and the time given is 2 days, today and tomorrow, it should end tomorrow, no? What happens is that it does not include the starting date. So what should you do? If you want to include the starting date, you should do -1. So that what will happen? It will say that if the project started today on Thursday and I have given 2 days to complete it, it will end tomorrow because I have 2 days, right? So just keep this in mind. You have to do this -1 if you want to include the starting date. Okay? So I'll also write it here. If you want to include start date, please put a -1 like this. See, all this, it is only when you start practicing and you start checking whether you're getting the correct result or not, you will understand better, right? But the idea of this -1 is that, that's why I showed you the example, no? Today is Thursday. I've given you 2 days to complete the task. Will you complete it tomorrow? Will you complete it on Monday? Of course, you will complete it tomorrow, no? Because you will include today as well, right? But Excel does not include the starting date. That's why I've written does not include the starting date. That is why if you want to include the starting date, you have to put a -1. Why the -1? So that it will not start on the 2nd of July, it will start on the 1st of July. Right? Like this. You know, the best way to understand these functions is to take very small numbers. Like I've only taken 2 days, right? So that you can practice, see the result, and check if you have understood it properly or not. And in network days, we don't need to do it because it includes the starting date. Right? So here you don't have to do -1 or anything. You only have to do it with the deadline, not with the time taken. So here that -1 and all is not required. You don't need to do that. Okay, I'll just wait for 1 more minute. Then we'll move over to conditional formatting. See, this last part I know is a little complex. Like this was very simple. Date, text, even year, month, date. They're not very difficult. This last part I agree is a little difficult. You'll have to go back, practice with your own data and see how it works. But it is a very helpful function because many times we want to, find the difference between the starting and the end date, excluding the weekend. And you can't do that unless and until you use network days. Because if you only do minus, then you will include the Saturday and Sunday also. Right? Okay. So like I said, you can practice. If you have any questions afterwards, just call me or send me an email. I'll be more than happy to answer it. A few people have already emailed me, so I'm always happy to answer. Okay, let's go to conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is a very easy topic. 00, let me just check the file once. It should be 007. Right? It's a very small file and no formulas here. Very, very simple. Let's see how we do it. 007. Right? First question, I want to find, there are 17 products. I want to find the top 10. Second, I want to find values that are greater than some number. Let's say I want to find values that are greater than 5 lakhs. Right? Third one, I want to create data bars. Fourth one, I want to create colors. And fifth one, I want to create icons. Right? Let's do it one by one. Please select the data like this. Do not select the entire column, okay? In 007, only select the data, but do not select the entire column. Right? So we have selected all the values. I go to conditional formatting, right? What do we want? We want to highlight the top 10 products. Very simple. Go to top 10, select the top 10. That's it. Now you notice that I can do two things. I can select the number. So I can change, let's say only the top 1 or the top 2 or the top 3. Does my data need to be sorted? Not at all. Even if the data is not sorted, it will still work. And I can also change the color. So I can select yellow color or I can select green color. I think green is much better. No? So I will select top 3 and green. Please try this, everybody. See, conditional formatting you should do every time, because whenever you're working with any data set, putting colors will help the user identify the top values and the bottom values, right? Especially when you're putting this on PowerPoint.
Suppose in this,
we can use 2 or 3 conditional formatting in the same manner. If you're talking about you are using it the
Absolutely.
right color.
For example, I'm selecting my top 3 as green color. Then on the same cells, I will say top, bottom, and bottom. Now I say that my bottom 3 should be red color, like this. Right? So my top 3 are green, bottom 3 are red. Yeah. What was the other question? Just confirm. I think somebody had another question.
No, Avish got it. The same thing I about to ask.
Sure. Right? Okay. How do you remove the conditional formatting? I had explained this earlier also. Just try to remember.
Clear rules.
Exactly.
Clear rules from, yeah.
This is very important because many times you put the format and you don't like it or you want to remove it. If you try to change the color like this, if you try to change it to white, it will not get removed. If you go to clear and you click on clear formats, then everything gets removed, the border, the alignment, right? So the correct way of doing this would be to go to conditional formatting and clear the rules. Okay. Now, how do I know that there are 2 formats that I have applied? I can click on manage rules, where I can create, edit, and delete all the rules. So I can see that 2 rules have been applied. One is the top 3, the other is the bottom 3. So if you want to delete only one rule, let's say delete this or edit it. Let's say you want to make the bottom 3 into bottom 5. So you can just edit it and you can say there should be bottom 5 like this. Apply, and now the bottom 5 are highlighted like this. Very simple. So this is manage rules. All the rules that you have applied, you will be able to find it in manage rules. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Now I have 17 products. I would like to know
how to remove this conditional formatting. Can you please tell me once again, please?
So you have to go to conditional formatting, clear rules like this.
Clear rules from selected cells. Okay. Okay.
Or from the entire sheet, whatever you want, right? So clear. This will delete everything. But if you only want to delete one rule, then you can go to manage. So that if you don't want to delete both of them, you can just select this one and click on delete. Right? If you don't want to delete both of them.
Okay. That got your point. Got it.
The second question is that out of these 17 products, I would like to know how many of them have a sales greater than 5 lakhs. Now, immediately, if I look at the data, it is not very clear, no? Like if I ask you how many are greater than 5 lakh, you have to go one by one and find everything. Very simple. Conditional formatting, highlight. And I have all the options there. I have greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contains date, duplicate. So what do we want? We want to say greater than. And what I'll do is, I will change the color to green. But rather than writing 5 lakhs here, which I can, as you can see, I can write 5 lakhs here also. I will select the cell, which is F2. Right? So everyone, please go to F2 and type 5 lakhs and then select greater than.
Can you please repeat again, Avish?
Yeah, just select the data, go to conditional formatting, and then greater than. First one.
First one understood, then F2 something you told.
Then change the color to green, and then where it is asking you for the number, just select F2. I've written 5 lakhs in F2.
Havish, I want to ask that you will put the number you are talking about. I'm talking about greater than 10%. Is put it in the green, and less than 10% is required red. So you can apply the same thing on the both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. you will have to apply two formats. You will have to say greater than and one is less than.
Can you go ahead, please?
Right? So when I select,
can you go ahead, please?
See, right now, when I change this number, if I make it 2.5 lakhs, it shows me all of these. If I say 10 lakhs, there are only these 6 products that are greater than 10 lakhs, right? And if I say 15 lakhs, then only, okay, there are only 3 products that are done more than 50, right? Or if I say 70, there's only one product more than 70. Right? If I say 50,000, everything is more than 50,000.
In the same thing, you want to put that key 7 lakh rupee, we are putting the red color or green color, and less than 10,000 less than the low value of 5 lakh rupees. You have
so
to
then
put
you say again, you go to highlight cells.
the same thing we have to apply it, na?
Right? And now you
Okay,
can
fine.
say that anything which is less than same number,
2,
right?
3
So
you can do.
less than the same number is equal to red color. So that means that if I make it, watch, if I make it 10 lakh, what will happen? Greater than 10 is green, less than 10 is red. If I make it 15 lakh, then greater than 15 is green, otherwise it is red. You have to apply it 2 times.
Havish, can you please brief once again this greater than?
It's just greater than. I just in the cell F2 I've written a number and I'm just writing greater than that. So I'm just doing this. Highlight cells greater than.
Okay.
Instead of F2, can we write like 50,000 directly in that box?
You can, absolutely.
Okay.
If you want to write the number directly, for example, let me just undo it. So if I want to go to highlight cells greater than, and I want to write 50,000 directly, whatever 5 lakhs, that is also possible. But I would always prefer writing the number in a cell because it is easier to modify it in the future. Right? If you write it directly as a number, then every time you have to go to manage rules and you will have to change it.
Okay. Now here we are looking for 5 lakhs. So in the same box, we want to look for less than 50,000.
So you can do the same thing. No? So first I'll apply greater than 5 lakhs, right? So it will give me green color. Then again, I'll go back to highlight. I'll say less than. And I will say anything less than 1 lakh should be red color. So 2 formats are applied.
Okay, got it.
If you go to manage rules, you will notice that now 2 are applied. The first one says less than 1 lakh. Second one says greater than 5 lakh.
Is this the same way or any other method like between numbers?
Between is also there, but in this case, between will not help you because you need 2 extremes. You need less than 1 and you need greater than 5. Between will be between 1 lakh and 5 lakh. What we want here is less than 1 lakh and greater than 5 lakh. Right? Between is there, but between will only help if you want it between 1 to 5. Okay. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Now we have data bar. I think we already did this, but we'll do it once again. Just increase the width, select the data. Very simple. Just select data bar like this. It's like a chart that comes inside the cell. Very simple. There are different colors available. You have solid color, gradient color. Looks very nice. And it is a great way of presenting data. Because, without the data bar, if you only keep the number, it's very boring. Like, it's very difficult to make out which number is large and which number is small. Right? But the moment I add a data bar in one click, just see how nice this looks. The number is also there and the bar is also there. And this is all dynamic. So tomorrow, if something changes, it will automatically change. So especially when you have to give a report or you have to put the table in PowerPoint, that is when I think you should really use the data bar. It will help a lot.
We simply edit the data bar into it. Na? Simply edit the number according to this.
Just select the data. Just select the data, yes. Click on data bar. That's nothing else.
Yes, okay. Harish, if you want to use something on the same, the duplicacy of the thing, there's a use of the brush somewhere. Na? This is the use of the brush is a format as table or your brush. It is the same thing you want to copy it somewhere to the
Format painter.
brush.
So this one. So you have the format painter here. So if I
Yes.
want to copy this format, I can just
Hmm.
select it. I can click on format painter and I can click on another data set.
Okay. You can select the data first and then go to the brush side, brush, and then paste it somewhere.
Correct. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm working on a new workbook and I have written some numbers here. Right? So random between 100 and 200. The numbers are different. The number of the number of records are also different, and the numbers are also different. So I can just select, go to the format painter, just click one time, come back, and just drag like this. So the same data bar will be applied.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions on this? Again, if you want to remove, we know how to do that. Select and clear those. Right? The next thing I want to do is color scales. So what we have here is, just give me a minute. The data bar is wonderful, and most of the time you would like to. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. If you also had a negative number, it will automatically come in red color, like this. Right? So that is also very nice. Like if some of these numbers were negative, it will automatically come as red and green. So it looks very, very nice. Look at this. It's a nice way of presenting the data. You don't have to do anything. It will happen automatically. Right? Okay. Color scales are also very simple. So conditional formatting, color scales, that's it. It will automatically make green, which are the larger numbers, red are the smaller numbers, yellow are in the middle. You can also select only red and green. You can also select blue and green or blue and red. Not blue and green, but you have blue and red. Then you have only green or you have green and yellow. There are different options there. Just select whichever one you like. Right? Most of the time, I like to use the first one, right? Or I like to use the basic green, which is this one, white green, or rather green white. Right? Very simple and looks very nice. And the final example is icon sets. Icon means that the top 33% numbers will be one icon, the middle 33 will be one icon, and the bottom 33. So if I go to icon sets, you can see that it will make these arrows. So why are these green? Because these are in the top 30, top one third, then the yellow are in the middle one third, and the red are in the bottom one third, like that.
Harish, please tell us again.
Nothing, I just selected the data. I went to icons. You have all these different icons. You can select any one that you like. I'm just selecting the first one, okay, which are my arrows. And it will come like this.
Yes. Okay.
Right? So you can see how much better the data looks now just by adding these colors. So especially when you are putting it on PowerPoint as a presentation, I think using conditional formatting is a must. You should definitely do that.
So have you seen that last icon, this thing that has taken more than 10,000, sorry, 10 lakhs colors?
No, the icons we have not decided on the basis of what it will be more. So for example, if I write 10 lakhs here, it comes as, sorry, 10 lakh also comes as yellow. We are not deciding that. It is automatically deciding that. Even 11 lakh is coming as yellow.
What it is taking?
It is breaking it as per the percentile. So if you want to customize that, you can go to icon sets and then go to more rules, last one.
Okay.
And here you can customize on what basis the icon should come. For example, I will first change it into a number. Type is a number and number. So I will say green should come when the value is greater than or equal to some number, let's say 5 lakhs, right? When the value is between 0, let's say between 1 lakh and 5 lakh, it should be yellow. And if it is less than 1 lakh, it should be red. Makes sense, no? See, yes. Less than 1 lakh is red, 1 lakh to 5 lakh is yellow, more than 5 lakh is green. This way, green means more than 5, yellow means 1 to 5, and red means less than. This you will have to customize. You will have to go to more rules and you will have to do this.
Okay.
Like, very simple. It's not difficult, but by default, it will not ask you how to put the color. It will automatically assign it as per its own logic. If you want to customize it, then you can do it like this. The maximum number of icons you can have are 5. More than 5 are not allowed. So you can also have 5 levels. So you can say that, 0 to 50, 50 to 250, 250 to 300, like that. And these icons can also be changed. So you can choose any one of these icons.
Okay.
Do keep in mind that conditional formatting is a very vast tool. For example, I can also write formulas in conditional formatting, right? We're not going to cover all of that. These are very advanced topics, but at least you should know that what we have done today is very important. But there are many more things available in conditional formatting also. For example, formulas can also be written, right, if you wanted to, but we're not doing that now. Great. Let's just quickly see. We have done top 10, bottom. We have actually done top 3, bottom 5. We have done greater than 5 lakh and less than 1 lakh. We have created data bar with both positive and negative number. We have created color scheme and we have created icons. When I send you the file today after the training and you want to see how I did it, what will you do? You will select the data. You will go to conditional formatting. You will go to manage rules. This way you can see what Havish has done, right? So you'll be able to see what rule I have written. Good. Any questions? I just have one last topic on which I'll take 10 minutes, which is to tell you the most important charts in Excel. We've already done charts in pivot tables, but I just want to revise it once again. Good. Any other question?
No, Avish, we can go.
All right. So let's do the final example, everyone. This is also not a very difficult example. This is 005. And come to the first sheet. No, not the first sheet. Come to the second sheet. I'll tell you how to make different types of charts. Come to the second sheet. Now I'm going to make 6 types of charts and you decide which one is the best one, okay? What is the data? Very simple. We have 5 products and we have 4 quarters also, right? Very simple. I will select it. Now when I go to insert, you notice that there are many types of charts available. Now they all look very different, no? Look at this. Which is the correct one? Let me show you. I'm going to make 3 charts. I'll make the first one, okay? I will keep it on the left. I'll again select the data and I'll make the second one. And I'll keep it in the middle. And then I'll make one final one. insert, chart, and the third one. Okay. Now I want all of you to, obviously the data is the same for each of them. I want all of you to tell me which is the
First one.
First one is better. First one is better.
Wait. Let's try to understand it in more detail. Why is first one better? Because this is the most detailed, correct? Because every single option can be seen. I can see the product also, and I can see the quarters also, correct? But if I ask you which product is doing the maximum, can you tell me? Overall, which product is the highest? Can you tell me? No, you can't. See,
It's visible in third chart.
Exactly. So if I ask you that, can you tell me that within chairs, which quarter is the highest? What is the answer? Guys?
Chairs.
Within chairs, which quarter is higher? Q3. You know that. But if I ask you that within all these 5, which is the highest product? You don't know. And can you tell me in the second chart which one is the highest? Bookcases. Right? Which is doing. So see, both of them have their own advantages. The first chart will give you a lot of detail, but it will not tell you which product is doing the highest. In the second one, the detail is lesser because everything is in one column, right? So all these quarters are coming in one column, but it is telling me that bookcase is the highest. But the problem is that I don't know the percentage contribution. And the advantage of the third one is that it does not show you the detail. It does not show you the best product, but it tells you the percentage. Look at this. So it tells me that about 25% is coming from Q4. I mean, here the numbers are very similar, but look at this one. The contribution from Q3 is a little lesser. So I'll also write it down. So this is the most detailed. This one shows the total, and this one shows the percentage. It is completely up to you, whichever one you want. But personally, I feel you should not use column charts, and I will explain why. Do not use column charts, even though most people use it. Please use bar charts, right? So I will select my chart and I will change the chart type. Right? So I'll change the chart type and I'll make it not the column, I'll make it a bar chart. It will look like this. Once again, here also I will make it into the bar chart, which is the second one, which is the stack bar, which will be like this. And finally, the third one is also my bar chart, which is the third bar chart, which is like this. Now this is much better, no? Because now I can read the data from left to right. It is much easier. See, rather than this, if I make it like this, as people, how do we read? We don't read top to bottom or bottom to top, right? We read left to right. So it is much easier to identify which is the highest and where's the proportion higher. It's just an option. I'm not saying that column charts are bad. As you can see, we have both of them available. We have column charts also. We have bar charts also. But I would always prefer using the bar chart. Now, if you want to go a little crazy, you can also make called a 3D bar chart like this. I leave it up to you whether you like it or not. It's okay. I don't use it every time, but sometimes the 3D bar doesn't look bad. Like this one, maybe it's too complicated, but this one is not bad. Right? Slightly different. Any questions so far?
Yeah, Avish. So sometimes it is better to write the numbers at the top of the bar.
Yeah,
so
we will absolutely. So I'm going to take one chart, right? Let's say, tell me
the
which
first
one
one.
should I
The
pick?
first.
Let's pick the first one, right? I think that's the most common one, right? No, I'll not delete it. What I'll do is I'll make a copy so that all of you can also see the solution later. One second. I'll make this a little large, right? Like this. Now, what we want to do is we want to also look at the actual number, right? To see the number, it's very simple. I can click on this plus sign and I can say data label, and I can add the data label wherever I want, in the center, inside, outside, like this. So I will add it to the inside base. So you notice all my numbers come like that, right? Like this. That's it. Very simple. Right? You can also increase the size and change the color. All of that is possible. I'll actually have to make this a little taller so that you can see it properly, like this. Good. What else?
Yeah, thanks, Avish.
right? Okay. Now, let me give you a shortcut. How do you save time? Once you have made the chart, let me do it once again. I'll make the first chart. This is my column chart. Nothing wrong with it. It's a good chart. How do I quickly make changes? There is something called quick layout. Right? This is in the chart design option. It's called quick layout. What does it do? See, it will automatically add the numbers. I don't have to do anything, right? And if you go through all the options, like in this one, the table is there below the chart, right? Which is layout number 5. Here the numbers are there. Here the grid line is there, right? Here the numbers, here they're layered over each other, right? So there are different types of options available. You can choose whichever one you like. So what I like to do is I select, let's say this one. I like it because the numbers are there. But the colors look very boring right now. So how do I change the colors? You notice there are these chart styles available. Look at how many styles are there. There is nothing right or wrong here. It is completely up to you. You can just look through all the styles and I'm sure you will find something you like. Look at this one. I really like this. Right? Very different. I like this one also. You know, where it's only an outline, the color is not there inside. This is also good. Black background with white text on top of it. And once you have selected the layout, you can also change the color like this. So I can change the color of the bars also. Did you see how easy it was? No formula, nothing required. All I did was I made a chart. Let me do it again. I made a chart. I selected the layout. I selected my second layout. After that, I selected this black color, which is the chart style. Then I also changed the color of all the bars. Right? Maybe this one. I really like this one. And just see how nice this looks. And you can do this with any chart, not just with the current one. Let's say I have a pie chart that I've created. I'm just selecting Q1. So insert pie chart, which is a very boring looking chart right now. But if I want to change the color and all, you notice I have all the different options given here. I can also change the colors like this. And there are many different options available. You can also choose the layout, right? There are different types of layouts available. What else? Anything in charts that you might want to ask? I would like to remind all of you that I have on my YouTube channel some very good videos that I've created on charts. Right? I'll share it with you. Just give me a moment. So in my 60 seconds playlist, I have about 20 videos that I've created on charts. Conditional form, by the way, conditional formatting is also there. VLOOKUP is also there, right? Pivot tables are also there. And then I also did something on charts. This one, look at this. How to create a chart, how to do formatting, gap width, highlight, change color, infographic, how to use color from a sample image, data label, axis, rotate label, color. So there are so many different videos and each video is only 1 to 2 minutes. Right? If I may show you, look at this. While you have to learn a lot of different elements in a chart, if you want to make a chart look impressive, if you're short on time, I would suggest using chart styles and the quick layout. If you notice, the chart style in one click allows you to put different types of styles. For example, this one, or maybe this one. And once you have selected the chart style, you can also change the color. And in the quick layout, you can choose between different layouts like this. I really like this one, which is layout number 5. The advantage of this layout is that it shows the data as well as a table below the chart. If I just clean it up a little bit and see that. This is how my final chart will appear now. Right. So the idea is that in under 2 minutes, I have explained the entire topic. And like this, there are 165 videos available. Right? So you should really have a look at this. Great. So this is See, the main thing I wanted to show all of you today was the 3 types of charts. To tell you that all the 3 are useful, right? So all these 3 are useful: clustered column, stacked column, and 100% stacked. The first one is the most detailed. Second one shows you the total. Third one shows you the percentage. So whenever you're making a report, always mix and match. Don't use the same chart again and again and again. Try to use different types of charts.
Harish, I just want to understand one thing. You were talking about the categories there, like bookcases or something. Right? You want to put a trend line on these charts. Is there any possibility to do in a chart like you have, like bookcases, chairs, furnishings?
See, that is a line chart. So this is the one. So you can make a line chart like this.
I'm not talking about a line chart. I'm talking about a trend line on the systems. Whether we people have a different quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 for it. If you want to use a trend line on this chart, so can you use it in the different ways? We people normally we are using a one trend line.
See, I can only have one trend line here. So I can only select, let's say, quarter 1. So I'll get a trend line for quarter 1. I can't have a trend line for all the 4 quarters at the same time. See, when I go to chart element, on my trend line, when I select a trend line, it will ask me which quarter I want a trend line for. You can't have 4 trend lines at the same time.
Okay.
Right? Like this is my trend line for quarter 1. I can see that my quarter 1 sales are declining over time. 177, 145, 167, and 100, like this.
For what you are talking about your quarter 1? You are talking about quarter 1 trend line is showing you decline values. Huh? The trend line is here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. But the figures are talking about for 177, 170, 174.
See, if you select a moving average trend line, for quarter 1, then it will show it to you like this.
Okay, fine.
But you can't have 4 trend lines at the same time. So if I show you again, if I put another moving average,
I understand.
Now I select Q2, right? It will make a second one, but you have to do it separately. Like at one time, you will not be able to make 4 trend lines. Good. What else? So great. See, I know when you practice, you will have many more questions. And Excel is 6 days of training does not mean that you have learned everything. I have not learned everything even in 15 years, but you have learned a lot. And now it is time to start practicing. Like I said, whenever you have any questions, you can always, contact me or send an email, call me up. I'll be more than happy to help. But I'm again reminding you, please go over the videos that I have shared with you on. One is the recording, and the other is go over the videos that are there on YouTube. Trust me, they will really help you speed up your learning, right? Otherwise, if you keep on practicing, it will take you much longer. If you watch the videos, it will be much faster.
Sure, Avish.
Great. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for 6 days. And be in touch. And any questions you have, feel free to let me know.
If you have any of the problems, we can just share the emails to you.
Yeah, email is best because, I don't pick up calls during trainings, right? And I have, if you notice, I have a lot of trainings every month. If you look at June, this was my calendar for June, right? So in a training, I will never pick up calls. So if you send me an email, I will reply to you right away. I'll not take time. That is the best way to get in touch with.
Sure.
Great. So thanks, everyone. I will share the solutions with you. All the recordings I've already shared with Shobita, but I'll add today's recording as well and send it to her. And do make sure to get the recording from her as well.
Havish, one help. Is that possible that...
Please tell me.
Go on, Mahesh, sir.
We are getting the recordings even if you share to Shobita. Shobita is handing over to us or not?
I don't know that. I have sent it to her. I have sent her all the recordings, I think, till day 4. So today I'll be sending her all the 6 days of recording. So
in one mail, it would be very much helpful, Havish. In one mail, all the recordings link.
Yeah, that is what I'm going to do. So I'll wait for tomorrow's session to get over for batch 2. Okay. Because, in both the batches, about 10% of the topics are different. Because you ask me some questions, they ask me some different questions. So I'll just put everything together and send it tomorrow itself.
That will be really
Okay,
helpful.
Havish.
I'll do that 100%. Great. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day, and I'll be in touch.
Thank you, Havish. Thanks for your time.
Thank you,
Thank you
Havish.
so much.
Thank you, Havish.
Thank you.
Thanks, Havish. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.